Sri Swami Samartha, Sri Gurudev Datta, Chapter 36 Code of Brahmin's Daily Rituals. There lived a pious Vedic Brahmin. He did not take food at others. He would bake alms of corn and maintain on the same. His wife was discontented and hot tempered. A rich person came to Gangapur for a samaradhana, feeding Brahmins and others. But at this Brahmin did not accept food and others. His wife also was not invited, and she was discontented for not having good, delicious food and the sweets. Once a very rich person came to Gangapur to observe Shraddha. He invited all Brahmin couples and offered good dakshina, clothes, and rich, delicious food. She told her husband about this. He said, "If you wish to go, you can go there. But as I do not accept food at others, I cannot come." The wife went to Brahmin's host and said, "My husband does not take food at others. Can I come alone to you for meals?" The host said, "I invite Brahmin couples, so you can come with your husband." The wife could not know what to do. She came to Sri Guru Narasimha Saraswati and narrated to him her grievance and said, "I like to enjoy rich, delicious food, but my husband does not take food at others, and so I am also not invited by anybody. At present, a rich Brahmin is inviting all the Brahmin couples and offering them good dakshina, clothes, and rich, delicious food. Kindly advise my husband to accept this invitation." Hearing this, Sri Guru smiled and asked his disciple to call her husband. When he came, Sri Guru said to Brahmin, "Your wife desires to take delicious food. You should accept invitation of the Brahmin and fulfill your wife's desires. Married woman should not be displeased." The Brahmin said, "Gurudev, I am observing wrath of not taking meals at others, but as per your order, I shall accept this invitation." This Brahmin couple went for meals at the rich Brahmins who offered them good, delicious food. While dining, the Brahmin wife observed that dogs and pigs are also dining with her. Being disgusted, she got up, returned home, and told this to her husband. He said, "I had to break my wrath for you and accept food eaten by dogs and pigs." Both them came to Sri Guru. Sri Guru asked the wife, "How did you enjoy the food of the rich Brahmin host? You always blamed your husband. Now are you satisfied?" The wife said, "Gurudev, I am silly woman. I broke the wrath of my husband by asking him to take food at others. Kindly forgive me." Sri Guru said to the Brahmin, "Your wife's desires of taking this food is fulfilled. Now she will act as per your wishes. I will tell you the rules of acting as per the order of religion. If a Brahmin is in a need of a Brahmin for some religious function and for anniversary, you should go for the meals. If you do not go, you will be committing an offense. You should take food at the Guru, disciple, maternal uncle, father-in-law, brothers, and sons. If you recite Gayatri Mantra, you are not offended." The Brahmins then asked, "Kindly tell me which and at whose house the food should be avoided." Sri Guru said, "Good-natured Brahmin should not dine at one who takes service from parents, who is greedy, who gives in charity, displeasing his wife and children, who is proud, armed or teacher of flute or outcast, who lived on begging, who praises himself and cajoles others, who does not observe Vaishnava Dev. He should also not dine with a guru who gets enrages, who is cruel, adulterous, and pretender, who forsakes his wife, a woman who lives forsaking her sons and husband, a Brahmin who sells wine and does profession of a blacksmith, a washerman or a gambler, one who is a prostitute, a thief, a doorkeeper, who teaches a Shudra by taking money, who sells horses, who is Hardas, Kirtankar, one who does not bath and does not observe Sandhya and Shraddha, who is treacherous, who despises others, who forsakes his parents and cajoles his cure, who kills a cow, Brahmin, or a woman, one who does not give in charity, who has no issues, who despises one's food and praises the food of others. Food at such persons should also be avoided. If one takes food on Amosya, he loses virtue of 1 month. Unless one's daughter has an issue, one would not dine at her house. All these sins are wiped off if one abides by one's own religion. The Brahmin further asked Sri Guru, "Kindly tell me the code of daily rites of Brahmin." Sri Guru said, "I will tell you the code of rites of Brahmin as narrated by Parashar to the rishis in the name is Sharanya. One should get up the Brahma Muhurta, that is 2 hours, 5 ghatkas before the sunrise, and bow to Sri Guru and God. Go to the southwest for the excursion at a place away from the residence of people and the source of water. One should sit facing the south at night and facing the north in the morning and the evening. Arms, hands, and legs should be washed with soft earth and water. He should take 2 achman, taking 10 drops of water, saying Bo to Keshav, Bo Narayan, Bo to Madhav, etc. If there is no water at hand, you should touch the eyes and ears. 7 deities stay at the right ear of a Brahmin, as described in the following shloka. Fire, water, Veda, sun, moon, and the wind are the 7 deities who always reside in the right ears of a Brahmin. Holy places on the palm. Brahma Tirtha is at the root of the thumb. Agni Tirtha is on the palms. Pitru Tirtha is at the root of the thumb. And the forefinger Dev Tirtha is at the end of the 4 fingers. Except the thumb and Rishi Tirtha is at the root of the small finger. While offering tarpan to forefathers, gods and Rishi, water, till etc. are to be poured through the respective Tirthas. Achaman. Saying, Bo to Keshav Narayan Madhav, the little water on the Brahmatirtha is to be taken in the mouth and is to be drunk. The little water is to poured in the plate after saying Bo to Govinda. If one is touched by Shudra of an impure one, if one becomes wet in the rains, if one comes home from funeral, one becomes pure by taking 2 achmans. Washing of a teeth and a mouth. Teeth should not be cleaned by datun, stem of some tree on a parva, Parthipada, Shasti, Naumi, Dwadashi, and on the Saturdays, Shraddha and wedding days. This does not mean that the mouth, teeth, and tongue should not be cleaned at all. Only datun should not be used on these days. Datun sticks should be taken of a babul, karanja, palm, agada, audumbar, and rui trees. After use, the datun should be thrown to the southwest. Bath, snan, morning bath gives one lust, strength, life, intellect, pleasure, and nutrition. A grahastha and the vanaprastha should bath in the morning and midday. A yati, tapsi, or sannyasi should bath thrice, while a brahmachari should bath once a day. If this is no sufficient water and in case of difficulty, any one of the following alternatives may be chosen. Agni Snan means to stand in the sun. Mantra Snan means to sprinkle water on the body after reciting apostitali mantra. Bhasma Snan means to apply bhasma or vibhuti all over the body. Vayu Snan means to take the dust at the feet of the cow. Tirtha Snan means to bring the idol of Vishnu in the mind. After saying Avatirtha, Pavitru, etc., if water is sprinkled on one's body, it is like a bath. A weak person should sponge his body with cloth dipped in warm water. A healthy person should bath with cold water. In case of difficulty, do upsnan, that is, wash hands, feet, and rub the body with a wet cloth. If cold water is not tolerable, hot water bath should be taken. Water itself is pure, heated water is more pure. A grahastha should bath with hot water. He should take achman in the midst of the bath. Females should not bath over their head daily. In the bath at the home, do not do agamarsan, saying of mantra wiping off the sins, and tarpan, offering till to gods, forefathers, and rishis. Do not take hot water bath on the day of birth of a son, on a day of Shraddha, or death on the Sankranti, Purnima, and Amosya. Take darba in hand, tie the hair on the head, shikha, with them. Enchant the water of your bath with aposhishta, etc. Mantra and 3 Gayatris. Take cold water first and then hot water. While taking bath in the river, face to the flow of the river and do agamarshana. In the bath at the home, turn your face to the east in the morning and to the west in the evening. Bath purifies the body if taken after weeping, vomiting, sex act, and sight of bad dreams. A grahastha should not wear wet and saffron clothes. He should have a upavastra, such as dupatta. If there is no upavastra, the credit of the bath goes to Rakshas. The Brahmin should wear white dhoti and should have a cloth, a dupatta, or a shawl on the body. Bhasma or vibhuti. After bath, one should apply bhasma or vibhuti as per Shastra rules. If it is not available, Gopi Chandan should be applied. Devotees of Vishnu have vertical lines of bhasma, tripundra, on the forehead. For acquiring long life, one should apply bhasma with the middle finger. For devotion, use a tarjani, that is the second finger near the thumb. The food use the anamika, that is the fourth finger. Bhasma should not be applied on the day of Shraddha. Thread wedding and other ceremonies and other funeral bath. Darba, kind of grass, there are required for Brahma Yajna and Tarpan, Durva, Vala, Darba, Kusha, Kunda, Vita, Paddy, Mola, Nagarmotha, Vadra, and Musta are the 10 kinds of grass which can be used as a Darba. Darba should be brought on Bhadrapad and Shravan Amavsyas and stored and used for a year. Brahma is at the end of Darba, Rudra is at the root, and Vishnu is in the middle. Pavitraka, ring of Darba, should be kept in a finger. Sins are wiped off due to this. While doing a jap, recitation, tap, penance, homa, sacrifice, and chanting of Vedas, gold or silver rings should not be taken off. For wearing the darba, pavitraka, ring should not be put in the tarjani by one who has a father. Ring with 9 gems destroys sins. A Brahmin should have a ring with at least 1 gem. Sandhya. A Brahmin should start Sandhya after bath, early in the morning when the nakshatra stat is visible in the sky. He should offer argyas, offering water to the sun at sunrise. If the normal time for the argya has elapsed, one more argya should be given. Mandesh demons are always fighting with the sun. To nullify the obstruction in the rising of the sun, these argyas are to be given. These argyas strike the demons like weapons, and in the order to wipe off his schemes, one has to move around oneself saying Asavidyatya Brahma. Recitation of Gayatri. After the recollect the names of rishis, etc., and recite Gayatri mantra. For this purpose, a wreath of Rudraksha coral beads or white stone beads should be used. The wreath should not have any broken beads. One should not observe non-speaking while reciting. One should recite the morning and midday Sandhya after standing and the evening Sandhya after sitting. Recitation of Gayatri at home gives one's credit. If done outside, it gives double credit. If done on the bank of a river, the credit is threefold. And if done at the cowshed or Vrindavan, tulsi plant planted in a hollow stone or in the brick construction, the credit is tenfold. The recitation at a place of Agnihotra gives 100-fold credit. At a holy place or near a shrine of God, it gives 1000-fold credit. While recitation near Vishnu gives crore-fold credit, and near Shiva it gives immensible credit. Recitation made while sitting on a broken wood plank causes misery, and that done while sitting on a grass causes loss of good fate and glory. Recitation done while sitting on the stone causes disease. That done while sitting on a bhasmasan causes cure of disease. A blanket seat given pleasures. A seat of the skin of a black deer gives knowledge, while that of the skin of black deer gives knowledge, while that of the skin of a tiger gives salvation. Kushasan causes hypnotism and destroys all diseases and sin. The appearance dhyana of the Gayatri in the morning Sandhya is of Kumari. Her color is red. Her clothes are red. She is riding a goose. She has 4 hands and 4 heads. The appearance of Gayatri in the midday Sandhya is of young lady. Her color is white. Her clothes are white. She is riding on an ox. She has 5 heads. The appearance of Gayatri in the evening Sandhya is of an old lady. Her color is black. Her clothes are black. She rides Garuda. She has 4 heads: Sumukha, Samputa, Vitata, Vistrata, Dvimukha, Trimukha, Chaturmukha, Panchamukhya, Shamukha, Adhomukha, Vyapanjalika, Shakata, Yampasha, Ghanatita, Shanmukha, Pralamba, Muhoti, Matsya, Kurma, Varaha, Sinnakranti, Mahakranti, Mudgara, and Pallava are the 24 mudras poses. Recitation of Gayatri with mudra is more fruitful. Gayatri has 3 parts, and they should not be recited without pause after each part. Mana means mind, and Tra means pran. Recitation of mantra should therefore be done with the union of mind and soul. A brahmachari and a grahastha should recite Gayatri mantra 108 times daily. A Vanaprasthayati or sannyasi should recite it 1000 times. In the case of difficulty, one may recite it at least 10 times a daily. Recitation in the mind is the best. Whispering in the mouth is a medium, and loud recitation is the worst. While reciting with a wreath, do not transgress the menu or the headbed. It is a transgress 3 pranayams should be observed. Reciting Gayatri a crore times fulfill all desires. After Jap, Upasthan should be recited while standing. Bow to 10 dishas. God's Brahmin's Guru pronounce one's Gotra and birth name and end the rituals of Sandhya. The home should be swept daily, land kept clean, the earthen floor should smeared with the cow dung and water. Rangoli stone powder design should be drawn in the courtyard, and before the shrines of worship, a grihastha should keep a cow, Gra, soft black round stone as Vishnu, Gavya, and Grihagyani at home. A Brahmin should perform Sandhya daily and should also worship gods daily. One who does not worship God is like a beast. In the morning, the worship should be done with 16 upchars, and in the night, light of ghee should be waved before the shrines. Yama punishes those who do not worship gods. The 8 places or objects of worship are as follows: the shrine of gods, the Shandil, the Agni, the sun, the water, the herd, the Brahmin, and the Sadguru. The Brahmin male should worship gods with the Veda mantras, while the females and Shudras should worship with Purana mantras. Flowers brought from trees in the forest are from medium value. Those purchased are worse. The flowers grown by oneself in one's house gardens are the best. Flowers eaten by worms and having holes should not be used. Sri Durga should not be offered Durva. Kevada should not be offered to Sri Shiva. Tulsi should not be offered to Sri Ganesha, and flowers of Dotra and Rui should not be offered to Sri Vishnu. Keep the pot of water at the left hand, all the articles of worship at the right hand. 16 archers of worship should be observed devotedly with Panchamrita, mixture of milk, curd, ghee, honey, and sugar. Shankha concha should be kept on the left and Ghanta bell on the right hand. After bowing to gods to Achman and the Sankalpa, pronunciation of desires of worship mentioning the time, year, and Ayan, Ritu, month, Paksh, fortnight, dark, bright, Tithi, particular day of the month, Nakshatra, star, places of various planets on the day, and purpose or desire of the worship. Then start a ordinary bath with water, Panchamrit, Abhishek, pouring water, chanting Purukshatra, Vishnu Shutta, Sri Sukta, Lakshmi Sukta, Rudra Sukta, Pavaman Sukta, etc. as per devotion of all particular Sukta or Suktas may be recollected of for Abhishek. After Abhishek, dry the shrines with a piece of cloth and place them at their places and other clothes. Ornaments, gandha, halad, kumkum, flowers or wreaths, tulsi bale, leaves saying, "Give me shelter, protect me." Withered flowers taken out of the shrines should be touched to one's head and nose and kept aside to be immersed in the river or rivulet. The bhasma scented sticks be applied to forehead and the tirth holy water of bath of God should be drunk. For purification of food and wiping of 5 great sins, one should do Vishwadeva in the morning and in the evening before meals. Homa is in the morning in sacrifice for God. Bali is given for the ghost, and Tarpan is the sacrifice for forefathers. At the time of dinner, one should wait for a guest. If a guest comes, give him food. If he is a yati, give him food and water also. Before taking meals, wash your feet, hands, and the mouth. If an unknown person dines with you, offer him food at a distance. There should not be a distinction of food for persons dining at a time. After 4 Chitrahutis, take 5 Pranahutis. Observe mourn during meals or at least up to Pranahutis. Do not leave things in a plate except little for your wife. There should be no noise while taking water or liquid articles. If while dining the lamp goes off, then stop taking food till the lamp is replaced. While dining, do not see and hear the words of females in monthly course. Do not touch each other when dining. If gases pass, if the food contains worms, or if there is vomiting, then stop dining. If hair is found, it should be put off and the food should be sprinkled with the tirtha. If onion and garlic are taken, one is deprived of Brahminism. Sattvic food increases knowledge, while the tamas food increases ignorance. While dining, first take liquid articles and then take others. Last, aposhan should be half taken and half should be poured down. Wash your mouth with the forefinger. For purification of mouth and fingers, 2 achman should be taken. After dinner, take pan and hear Purana. Evening sandhya, etc. and meal should be taken as in the midday. It would be better if articles prepared with the milk are taken in the night. Do the professional work during the day. Sore path should not be chanted after sunset. Before going to bed, bow to the god and dedicate all the karma of the day to him. Going outside at the fertilization period of the wife is sinful. During this time of the first 4 days, Parvakal, Mula, Maga, and Revati stars should be avoided for sex act. There should be no sex act on the Shraddha day and during daytime. If these rules are followed, even Grihastha is a brahmachari, that is, follower of Veda Shastras, in sex act. One should not enjoy with an older female. There should be no feeling of despise or a grief at the time of the sex act. The Brahmins who behaved as instructed by Sri Guru attained good parlok. Sri Swami Samartha, Sri Guru Devadatta.